Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Petchaburi, and what we're going to take a look at is a real hidden gem in this area. It's kind of a little out of the way place right down here near the downtown area, and it's down a little tiny road and back away. But what it is it's Wat Ko, and it's a fantastic temple. Was built like 291 years ago, and it has probably the best preserved murals of any temple I've ever seen from the Ayutthaya era. So let's walk down here, we'll look around, and we'll see what we see today. And this is the downtown area of Petchaburi. And then right over here is a little Chinese temple. We won't go in it, but you just go down Soi 2, Wat Ko Kaew. You can see the side of the Chinese temple here. And this is the Ko Kaew community, or the band Ko Kaew. What's on the other side of here, it's locked up, but there's a famous building here, the band Wat Wiang Chai, and it talks about how it was built with Chinese and Thai architecture, and it was built for a cost of 30,000 baht under the reign of King Rama VII. And then you just walk down here, there's a few little murals and stuff like that, and some of the traditional Thai houses, and the temple is just right over here. I've been to this temple before. It is a real special temple to me. I really like the temple murals, and this is just absolutely amazing. Whenever I find out like a temple has, you know, the old Ayutthaya style murals, I make a special trip over to see it. You can see the wooden style houses, and you'll see people in here cooking lunch and doing all this stuff. And then back here, this looks like a kind of a rich person's house. Got a lot of cars and stuff. You see here, this is where they cook right here. They got their pots and everything hanging from the wall. And then the temple is right here. Now it's not overly large, but it's just really, really cool. There is all the modern stuff over here with the bell tower and the monk quarters and stuff like that. But what we came here to see is these two little buildings here. Now one's the Wihan and one is the ubosot, or the ordination hall. And the ordination hall is the only one we'll be able to see inside. And you can see the Wihan, all the mythical birds and the naga and all of that. And you can see how like extreme this one is, how it's bowed in the middle like a boat. The door is on the other side, so we won't be able to go inside of there. And this is the ordination hall. You can see the Buasima stones here. So there's a double row. So this was like a royal temple at one time. You can see it's bowed in the middle also. So this temple was built in 1734 under the reign of Ayutthaya King Borommakot, I think is his name. It's just absolutely a beautiful example of the Ayutthaya architecture. You can see all the styling up there on the gable, the same mythical birds and all of that. And then you can see the columns here, the faux columns, how it has like the lotus up on the top. Just beautiful. Then out here, some of the little chetties and stuff like that. Now right here, this is pretty cool. This is an old bell. It's like a stone. So they would come over here and hit this with a stick and ring that. So here's a stick, and the Thais would hit it 3 times. Really cool. Then over here is the temple wall that leads into more of the old part of Phetchaburi. And then check out the chetty. That is a really, really nice Sri Lankan style chetty. You can see it has like the little images and stuff right there. And then they put the styling like the little flower things down there. And then it has like the little nagas right there. Okay, so let's go into this hall now. It's just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, this one over here, that's the door, and it's locked up tight, so we won't be able to see in there. I've never been inside of that building. I would like to go someday, but it's been locked up every time I've came. Okay, so let's go inside of here. So you can take pictures and stuff like that inside of here, but no flash photography. And just absolutely fantastic here. So we have the Buddha image. You can see the pedestal. It has the elephant tusks and stuff like that here. Oh, really, really cool. So that wall over there, the north wall, has like the 7 scenes of the Buddha's life. You can see him underneath the Bodhi tree and all of that. And then on the south wall over here is the 8 great events. And it's really cool. You can see the details here. So this is like almost 300 years old. You can still see the Chinese guy here. And then you see the Western traders. Now right here is the date. So that's 2277 in the Buddha calendar, which is 291 years ago. And you can see how well they're preserved. It's just absolutely fantastic. The wall is bowing in a little bit, and you can see across the bottom here where the paint has sloughed off from the years of water seeping up out of the ground. But it's just really, really spectacular. So the people still come here, they still will pray, and this is a working temple. There are monks here also. And then this is the back wall. So you can see where the water has seeped up into the walls, causing it to crack and faded off. And then up a little higher where the water doesn't get, the scenes are still there. So this is the goddess of the earth flooding the water, and then you have the Buddha up above. And then you can see that they still have a little bit of paint up there on the ceiling. This is just an unbelievable temple. Yeah, this is my favorite thing to see in Thai temples is the murals like this from the Ayutthaya. I don't like the Bangkok era murals as well. I mean, they're really spectacular, but I like this because it's got the history to it. And I mean, just 300 years old and it's still here on the walls. Yeah, these are the 7 events for the Buddha. And you see these jagged lines. That's what separates the panels. So in this one, they've kind of incorporated them into being like chetties, but it'll separate different scenes. It's kind of the hallmark of the Ayutthaya era. And then check this out. Here's some more of the foreigners here on horseback. And I think there's like some boats and stuff in here too. Because Petchaburi used to be kind of a port town. Yeah, really cool. You see them with their guns and everything. And the ceiling. And then the Buddha. Really spectacular in here. Then over here, I think these are maybe the Persians. The Persians did a lot of trade with Ayutthaya also. All right, so we've seen all in here. This is just unbelievable. Yeah, I was over at another temple in Bangkok, Wat Ko Kaew Sutharam, and it has some murals on the wall, but they're not near as well preserved as these. So I'll probably pin a comment to that temple. That's another one that most people don't know about, but it's worth a stop, especially if you're a lover of like these old Thai temples. You can see the Buddha image here with the eyes slightly downcast, and then all has the smaller little images around. It has the old wooden doors. Oh, that's fantastic. It's pretty bright out there, but they're not painted on the back. They might have been at one time, but now they're just made out of wood, and it's all faded off if there was any. Yeah, you can see the double row of Buasima stones. And then this here is something that was off of, made out of plaster, maybe off the roof or something like that. And then the Wee Han over here. Yeah, I wished I could see inside of there. I mean, it'll be plain, I think just probably like a Buddha image, but I still would like to see it as a Chetty right behind the back here. And then you can see over here on the east entrance, the styling up above the doors, and then they have the painting right there. Oh, that's really something else. And the red ceiling up there with those pieces of wood. And then the columns are square, and then it has these like redented corners, the same as on the Wee Han over here. Looks like those mythical birds up there, the heads are kind of broken off. So they do need to do a little touch up to a little bit of the outside of these. The styling up over the door here. And you can see the door to it, and it is locked up. And they have, oh, that's cool, it has the little Chinese plates right there. Oh, really a nice little temple. Yeah, like I said, it's not very big, but it's really something else, especially with those old 300-year-old mural paintings in there. It's not something that most tourists know about, and you won't be over here with big crowds of tourists. You'll just be over here with the local Thais that come to pray and make merit. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at this Wat Ko. This is fantastic. I really like this temple. It's one of my favorites that I've ever been into. I just really love the old murals. If I could see this every day, I wouldn't get bored of it. It's really cool. I just love to think of how they painted them. Now, in the old days, they put all the murals inside of like a book, and only the people that could access it would be like the monks. And in the Ayutthaya era, they started putting these windows in, and it opened up the sides of the temple buildings to be these amazing canvases, and they used them. I mean, they put all the murals that would have been painted in the books that nobody could see onto the murals, so now everybody can come over here and take a look at it. So I really like this. So hopefully you did too. If you did, smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and you get to see more stuff like this. And if you've been here, have any questions or comments, ask me down below, and I'll do my best to answer it. And until next time, from over here in Petchaburi, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.